Hey, welcome back, boys. 6 Foot Hacks here and a half for you guys. Today, another Showdown live. I don't want to apologize for not getting these out to you guys more frequently as I normally do. It's just I've been busy and just so many things going on in my real life. Now, this is actually a team that I got from one of you guys. If you guys would like to send me teams to showcase on the channel, or if you have any cool sets you would like me to try out, then my business email is down in the description. Just shoot me an email to that email, or feel free to tweet me teams in a pastebin form, or even DM them to me on Twitter, because I'm pretty sure now you don't have to be following somebody back in order for you to be able to DM them. So if you do have some cool teams or some cool sets that you would like me to use, feel free to send them my way. Now, unfortunately, William here did not give me a YouTube channel link, so whenever you see this, man, let me know and I will make sure to add your YouTube to the description. So if you guys do enjoy this live, make sure to hit the like button down below. If you do not know, the new YouTube algorithm is absolutely terrible, so now it is definitely important if you guys do leave a like. So thank you to anybody who does leave a like and who does leave a comment. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the team. The main thing I liked about this team was that it had Mega Alakazam. Mega Alakazam is actually something I've really been wanting to try out for a while now, but I've just never been able to make a proper team around it. Another cool mon was Weavile, which unfortunately right now pre-Pokebank doesn't get access to knockoff, but it does get access to this cool new move called Throat Chop. So I'm hoping that this thing will be able to claim some souls. Another really cool Pokemon is Araquanid, and I've actually never used Araquanid, so I'm hoping that this thing can also claim some souls. This thing has an absolutely insanely strong stab move in Liquidation, and because of Water Bubble, its water type moves are doubled. So if I'm not mistaken, this is base 170 without stab, so after that you factor in stab, and I think it goes well over 200. So this thing will hopefully be able to claim some souls. We have another Assault Vest user in AV Buzzwole. This thing can actually choose special hits surprisingly well while still being able to hit really, really hard. And then we have good old Alola Marowak, because I really think this is like the most used Alola form right now in pre-Pokebank, because it stops so many pesky electric types from being able to just Volt Switch and Thunderbolt on so many teams. And then of course you guys saw that we had the Doublade. If you do not know, Aegislash is actually currently banned, so this was why he actually had Doublade over it. And I really like Doublade, man. This thing is actually surprisingly bulky, so I'm hoping that this thing will also be able to claim some souls. So yeah, guys, that was the quick intro to the team. Let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, so I had this match, and of course the audio messed up. Don't worry though, the next matches will be live recorded. Just this was a pretty good match. So I led off with my Araquanid, expecting him to either lead off with Tapu Koko or the Garchomp. I could have switched into my Marowak on the Tapu Koko. As I bring in my Alakazam, he makes an insane play here, and instead of switching out, goes straight for the Scald. So he catches my incoming Marowak as I bring back in my Alakazam. Now, of course, he decides to bring in the Celesteela, which is slightly annoying because I cannot stay in against this thing. Celesteela is actually a huge problem to this team without Marowak. So with Marowak already being so weakened, this thing could turn out to be a huge problem, as he goes for the Protect, allowing me to get a free switch into my Marowak. He goes for the Protect once more, scouting out to see what I wanted to do, and much to my surprise, he's actually faster than me, but he fails to knock me out as I'm able to just nuke him with the Flare Blitz. Down goes one of his biggest threats. Unfortunately though, this Tapu Koko is another issue in itself, as he's gonna go for the Thunderbolt. Not really too sure why he didn't go for the Dazzling Gleam. I'm guessing that he didn't have it, because right here would have been his perfect chance to go for it. As I do predict his switch into Garchomp, I'm gonna hit him up with a nice punch, and down goes Garchomp, which is really great as he brings in Kartana. I could have left in my Buzzwole for Death Water, but I want to be able to save it for later in this match, as he makes a nice play predicting my Doublade, goes for the Night Slash, and then I'm just going to go for the safe Sacred Sword, thinking that he would knock me out. But no, he does switch into his Toxapex as he gets up a layer of T-Spikes. This is going to be a little bit annoying because I have no way of getting rid of those T-Spikes. And then of course he's going to get the burn with the Earthquake, and after this Earthquake damage, he's going to go for the Recover. So unfortunately, Goldberg here got a little bit unlucky, because it would have been pretty good to get off some prior damage on this Toxapex, but it is okay, as I will be able to trace his regenerator. He has no switch-ins to Mega Alakazam, and I'm going to be able to just nuke that Toxapex as in comes the Kartana. Thanks to the fact that he is not Scarfed, I will be able to outspeed him, safely knock him out with the Shadow Ball as in comes the Marowak. I'm not too sure if a Shadow Ball will knock him out, so I decided to just fodder off my Doublade, allowing me to get a free switch into my Weavile, and then from here I will be able to safely Throat Chop. Even if I don't knock him out, I will be able to just revenge kill him, and he does end up getting lucky again there with the crit on the Boomerang. It's okay though, seeing as Alakazam will be able to pick off his last two Mons here, especially because his Tapu Koko is not Scarfed. So yeah, like I said, this was a pretty good, decent match that of course, I forgot to check my audio, but it's okay. So this next match and the next match or two should be live recorded. So yeah, we got the next match here, and this team is literally terrifying. See, I don't like that the Ultra Beasts have such little sprites. Like, the fact that Buzzwole is this tiny is a little bit odd to me. Like, does that bother anybody else, or is it just me? Because it looks really out of place. Like, I feel like they should have made it a little bit bigger, but I can see why they made it small, just to kind of fit along with the size of the other sprites. But I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking too much into it. I don't know, let me know if you guys think that it's a little bit odd that Buzzwole's so tiny. I don't know. Anyways though, looking at leads on his side of the field, the good thing is that he doesn't have rocks, but he does most likely have T-Spikes on Toxapex, so I'm gonna have to watch out for that. I can see him wanting to lead off with the Circuitries. So even though I want to lead off with my Araquanid, I can just switch right into my Marowak here. At the same time, I could lead off with my Goldberg, which Goldberg actually pairs up pretty decently against his team. Like, our coverage moves hit everything that he has. So it's either between Goldberg or Quan the Araquanid, and I think I may lead Araquanid. So yeah, I'm going to lead off with my Araquanid, as he does unfortunately lead off with the Circuitry, so I'm going to make the safe switch into my Marowak, expecting him to just want to go for the electric type move, as he predicts this goes for the hidden power. What? Huh? What hidden power? What hidden power is that? I don't know. So we're going to be able to burn the incoming Garchomp, which is really, really good. This thing is now less of a problem for us to deal with, and because I do have the Ice Punch on Buzzwole here, we should be able to just clean nuke him with that, because we are Adamant Max Attack. And look at this, man. Only 8 EV'd Adamant Natured Buzzwole has more attack than Max EV'd, or Max Attack EV'd Weavile. That is insane, man. That is really, really crazy if you look at it. So I am thinking about just going for the Ice Punch once more. Not once more, sorry, but I am thinking about going for the Ice Punch right away. Because if you look at his team, there's nothing that he can safely switch in. Although, I could see him maybe wanting to try and bring in the Toxapex or the Tapu Bulu. Most likely the Toxapex, so I think I am just going to Earthquake here. Except he's going to stay in. I'm guessing that he either thinks I have nothing to touch him with, or he's just going to leave it in for Death Fodder. Regardless though, we are going to be able to get our free Beast Boost here, as he turns out to have the Toxic. That is a little bit annoying, especially with him being the Rocky Helmet variant. So if I did go straight for the Ice Punch there, that actually would have been a lot better for us, because we wouldn't have been toxic. So in comes the Circuitries, and I can still live any one hit that this thing wants to go for, I think. Yeah, that did literally 0. And down goes the Circuitries. What hidden power is that? It's not fire. It's not ground. What's neutral? Ghost, I guess? I really don't know. I'm not too sure. But I'm just going to stay in here and go for the Poison Jab, see what this Tapu Bulu wants to go for, as he's going to nuke us with that Wood Hammer. There's a chance he is probably Choice Banded, as he gains back his grassy terrain and no lefties. So yeah, I'm expecting this to be a banded set. So I don't know if my Araquanid can safely live any hits. And at the same time, I don't quite want to bring in my Alakazam, so I think I am going to bring in Marowak here. So I am going to bring in my Marowak here and probably just go for the Will-O-Wisp, considering that that is my safest play to go for, especially because he most likely will just want to bring in this Toxapex. Now the good thing about getting off the burn on this Toxapex is that we nullify his leftovers. So he's going to be a little bit easier for us to beat 1v1. And I really just want to stay in here and go for the Earthquake as we get off a solid 36%, as luckily he doesn't get a crit there, which is nice. So there's a chance that I could stay in here and go for one more Earthquake. So I'm pretty sure I baited him to want to go for the Scald again, but no, he actually ends up going for the Recover. This is actually not that bad, because what I can do here is basically just go for Psychic. Like, not even Magearna is switching in. Tapu Bulu is not switching into this either, unless he does turn out to be Assault Vest, which he is not. So I should be able to just knock him out here with another Psychic, as luckily he does not turn out to be Scarfed. The fact that he could have been Scarfed did cross my mind. Good thing he wasn't though, as in comes the Magearna. This thing is a bit of an issue, but I'm guessing he had no way of beating us? I'm not too sure, but let's go ahead and get another battle. Alright guys, so we got the next matchup, and no, don't be Sticky Web, man, come on. This is actually really bad. This is really, really bad if he's Sticky Web. This could be very, very bad if he is Sticky Web. I may just lead off with Weavile, as he most likely is just going to lead off with the Smeargle. But no, he leads off with the Vikavolt. Okay. He's probably just going to go straight for the Bug Buzz. Although I'm pretty sure that Marowak should be able to easily take this. That still did respectable damage, as unfortunately it's only turn 1 and he already gets the Spadef drop. Come on, man. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. So I'm going to Shadow Bone here, as I do manage to catch the incoming Marowak, and it just dropped. Holy crap, it just died. So maybe he thought I would go for the Will-O-Wisp, or probably go for the Flare Blitz, as in comes the Salazzle. Because we are -1 Spadef now, I really don't feel comfortable in staying in, but at the same time, I don't really have a safe switch into this, as we are able to live the Hidden Power Ground, and down goes the Salazzle, which is really great. Maybe he doesn't have the Spore on Smeargle, because I'm not sure why he didn't just lead off with that. So I still kind of want to save my Marowak here, because there's a chance he will not U-turn. I mean, even if he gets the boost, he can't really do anything to Doublade. So, in theory, I can just leave in Marowak, but I really don't want to. Well, I don't know. Should I just leave it in? I may just leave it in, actually, now that I think about it. I'm just going to leave in my Marowak here, as he does end up going for the safe U-turn. So, I was thinking that maybe he wouldn't want to go for U-turn, but I guess the more I think about it, in the long run, that was his better play to do. As in comes the Vikavolt, he should not be able to touch my my Doublade here. So I may just go for the Toxic, considering that there's no real other move that I can. What? Holy crap, I am max special defense with a Violite. That is insane. What? That did so much damage. Holy crap. Hold on, doesn't Vikavolt have like base 145 special attack? Yeah, I think it has like base 145 special attack, man. That's crazy. That is really, really crazy. So I'm gonna go for the Throat Chop here and just bring him down to his Sash. If he does still have the webs, that could be a little bit annoying, but as long as I have my Araquanid, then this Pheromosa shouldn't be that big of an issue. As he does end up going for the Spore, I'm gonna go ahead and switch directly into my Mega Alakazam, as he is going to try to get up his rocks, and I'll probably just take this opportunity to Mega Evolve and go for the Psychic, considering the fact that this is probably my best chance to Mega Evolve. And unfortunately, even Mega Alakazam is not faster than Pheromosa, so he can easily just bring in Pheromosa here and go for the U-turn. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and sack off my Weavile here, as he should just safely go for the U-turn. There's really no other play for him to have to do here, as he gets the Beast Boost again. So this match is turning out to be pretty close, and because he didn't go straight for the Spore, no, he did have Spore, so why didn't he lead? I don't know why he didn't lead off with that. He should have just let off with that. Well, it's fine, it's fine. So I can bring in my Buzzwole here and probably just go for the Earthquake, considering that that should be enough to knock him out, and he shouldn't be faster than us. unless he is a timid Vikavolt. Oh, I forgot! Oh, I'm an idiot! I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot and... Oh, what? And then of course, so my stupidity gets rewarded by him getting the para. That actually really sucks. That really sucks. So the good thing is that he doesn't survive. So in comes the Pheromosa, and the Pheromosa can live anything that we want to go for. So I think I just lost this match, because I would have been able to knock out the Vikavolt there. So that just goes to show you that just one really huge misplay can turn things around, because I may have been able to live a U-turn from this Pheromosa with my Goldberg, and then I would have got off enough damage to where I could have revenge killed him with Araquanid, and then Araquanid wouldn't have had to take one U-turn and then take this next U-turn. So unfortunately, I kind of made a really dumb play there. I always forget that Vikavolt even has access to levitate. So yeah, really dumb play there on my part. Let's go ahead and get one final matchup as we run into this dude. Did I play this man? I think I may have played this guy earlier. I'm not too sure, because his team looks very familiar and it looks very terrifying. So I'm not sure what he is going to want to lead off with. Most likely the Mamoswine maybe? And the fact that we don't have rocks on our team does kind of suck. So I may just lead off with my Araquanid here. As he does end up leading off with the Mamoswine, I'm going to go straight for the liquidation. There is no way he should be able to knock me out in any one hit. And then I almost want to go for the poison jab here on the off chance that he does want to maybe switch out, because I could see him wanting to try and bring in the Mamoswine, not the Mamoswine, but bring in the Mandibuzz here. So that's why I want a poison jab to catch it with a potential poison. Regardless though, I still think just going for Liquidate is my better play, as he is actually just going to sack off his Mamoswine. That's really good, because that's one less offensive threat that we have to deal with. As let's see what he's going to want to bring in here. I don't know what Zygarde dog form carries. I know that Joey used a Choice Bandit set, if I'm not mistaken. So in comes the Celesteela, and if I am correct, Liquidation should still do a lot of damage to him, as that does 58%. Good lord, that is insane. What? That is some insane raw power there. So I'm gonna bring in my Marowak here, expecting him to just want to go for the Protect, considering that is probably his best play to do. And what I can do here is just go for a Will-O-Wisp. At the same time, I kind of want a Shadow Bone, expecting him to want to switch into the Marowak, as he is going to go for the Protect. Man, Celesteela is just really damn annoying. Like, this thing is such a nuisance. So I could easily just go for a Will-O-Wisp here, expecting him to want to switch out. Although Flare Blitzing wouldn't be too bad either if he does want to stay in, as he's going to try to bring in the Mandibuzz. That takes a clean 56%. Good lord, that is a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. So I'm going to be able to get a free switch into my Weavile here, which if you look at his team, Weavile actually puts in a lot of work, as I should be able to just safely go for the Icicle Crash. There is nothing on his team that will safely switch into this. Celesteela at the range that it is at should get to a KO as long as I don't miss, as it does a clean 44%. Now I don't know if Throat Chop is strong enough to finish him off at this range. So I don't want to risk it. I really don't want to risk it, as we're able to get rid of the Celesteela. That's really good. That's one giant bulky mon out of the way, as in comes the Marowak. Unfortunately, if you remember from our first match, we don't Oko Alola Marowak with Throat Chop. So I may have to sack off something here, which will probably be my own Marowak, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's probably just going to be my Marowak. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Alola Marowak, basically as death fodder. He should just go for the Flare Blitz here. There's really no other move that he should want to go for. As we get dropped, this thing is actually actually quite an issue. I may have to sack off Goldberg here, because Araquanid doesn't outspeed him, I'm pretty sure. And we can't really do anything with it at this point besides leave it for Death Water. So I'm gonna bring in my Buzzwole here. It's really my only real switch-in that I have. And if we do get dropped, he should be put in range of where he can be revenge killed by my Throat Chop from Weavile now. So unless for some reason he's a Scarfed set, then there's no way he outspeeds us here. Which actually no, even if he was Scarfed, he wouldn't be able to outspeed us just because of how fast Weavile really is. So he's going to bring the Tapu Lele, and the way he brought this in has me thinking that he is definitely a Scarfed set. So I am probably just going to sack off Araquanid here, see what he wants to do, as he goes for the Hidden Power, doing 0 to us, and this is actually not that bad, because what I can do here is just go for the Liquidation and try to get off as much damage on whatever he wants to bring in. As he does end up bringing in the Mandibuzz, I'm going to go ahead and go for the Liquidation one more time. If we are able to outspeed him, then we can get off a little bit more prior damage. If not, then we are going to get knocked out here, which is not that bad, because what I can do is just bring in my Mandibuzz counter, which is my Weavile, and I should be able to just safely go for the Icicle Crash. Nothing that he has left is going to safely switch into this, and we should be able to knock out the Mandibuzz after the damage from Liquidation. Although he could try to sack off the Zygarde. Maybe, but no, we do get a crit. I don't know, I highly doubt that crit may have mattered. I honestly don't think that crit mattered. So in comes the Tapu Lele again. I'm very positive that this is a Scarf set, so I may just switch into my Doublade here. It's really the only switch-in that I have at this point, because I don't have anything else that can live a Moonblast, or live 2 Moonblasts, if anything. So I'm going to go ahead and Toxic here, as we are going to catch the incoming Zygarde. Again, I don't know what kind of set this could be, so I may actually sack off Weavile here. That way I can get a free switch into my Alakazam and maybe go for Psychic, because he should just go for the Land's Wrath here. So I'm gonna sack off Weavile, see what he wants to do, no, 1,000 Arrows, so he does end up going for 1,000 Arrows. And then Alakazam should be able to come in here, and I don't think that we trace his Aura Break. Well, no, we do trace the Aura Break. I was thinking about the other ability, the Power Construct. I wonder how that would work. I don't think that we would change into another form, would we? I don't know. I don't think so. Either way, though, I should be able to just Psychic here and destroy this thing. So I'm going to go for the Psychic. Hopefully this is enough to knock him out, or maybe he'll go for the E-Speed as we just straight nuke him. This is really good. This is really good, as in comes a Tapu Lele. Now, I don't know if a Shadow Ball does more. I'm pretty sure a Shadow Ball does more. Yeah, because even in Psychic Terrain. So I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball here, as he does Psychic, and it is not a 2 KO. That is really, really great, because we are going to be able to beat him 1v1. I'm guessing that he didn't have the Shadow Ball, so he could have been like Psychic, Focus Blast, Moon Blast, and Hidden Power Fire is what I'm thinking. So yeah, if he had the Shadow Ball there, then he would have been able to knock us out. Luckily though, we were able to pull out the victory with that last matchup. I still feel a little bit bad about the match before this, because if I hadn't had Earthquake, that Vikavolt, then we might have actually been able to win. So yeah, just a really dumb play there on my part, but it just goes to show you guys that one misplay can really, really cost you in the end. So while this team may not have rocks, it is a pretty fun team. So again, shouts out to William. Thank you for passing me the squad. And again, guys, if you did enjoy the live, make sure to hit the like button down below. One like can definitely go a long way, especially with how crappy the new YouTube algorithms are. And if you do have any teams you would like me to use, send me your YouTube as well, please, so I can add it in the description if you guys do want to send me some teams to use. With that being said, guys, check out the 2 videos on the end screen, and I will see you all tomorrow. So, later, everybody.
Cause my brain and heart are both tied in the knot, and this hinders me from crying a lot. This causing me to show no emotion. But when I said I cared, I wasn't joking. But I guess it's too late for me to become broken. For now, I'm living with no more pain, tears, or hoping. I'm just coasting. Yeah, I said I'm coasting. No more pain, tears, and hoping. For real.